Today, we'll be continuing our discussion of how to DM for varying group sizes. This is part 2, medium groups. First, let's start off with what I consider a medium group size. For me, medium groups are between 6 to 8 players. There are noticeable differences between small groups and medium groups and what they bring to the table. Just like when discussing how to DM for small groups, DMing for medium groups also comes with its own set of pros and cons. Some of these pros and cons are similar to the pros and cons you find in how to DM a small group. So let's start with the pros. You usually have a character for any given situation. For example, if you are dungeon crawling, chances are you have a rogue that can help you with traps. You have a healer for if combat becomes too intense. You have a tank to take said damage from encounters. For anything you can throw at a party via traps, puzzles, enemies, etc., chances are you have a character that can handle it. Another pro is that you can use bigger enemies and challenges earlier on. As a DM, I love creating unique challenges and monsters for my players to fight. However, some of the strengths I give those challenges or monsters are too high level for the current party to handle. However, with medium groups, they can handle it more readily than small groups. Therefore, what I consider to be overpowered for small groups becomes quite a challenge, but possible for medium groups. Lastly comes the old adage, 2 heads are better than 1, or in this case, many heads are better than 1. This is especially important for puzzles, where multiple ideas can help them solve the puzzle easier, quicker, and with less frustration. In addition to pros, there are quite a few cons. The first major one is everyone can compete for the DM's time. Everyone has heard you do not split the party. Normally that's associated with player deaths. However, when it comes to multiple players, it can eat up your time. If everyone wants to go their separate way, you have to take care of them individually, which can be a challenge. Another thing, while it is great that you can use bigger enemies and challenges earlier on, it can also be hard to balance those. This is because most of the challenges and encounters in the book are rated for 4 people, not for a medium group. This can be a challenge when you want to create a challenge for your party. So now that you know the pros and cons for DMing a medium-sized group, let's go over how to run a game for them. If players want to split up the group and go do their own thing, for example they all want to go shopping or talk to people in the town, I suggest timing them, whether on your phone, on your computer, or whatever, and giving everyone about half an hour. After this half an hour is up, you either hard stop them or say, "We will get back to you," and then move around the table. I usually go clockwise. The other thing is the challenges. If you're doing creature combat, I suggest adding a half a challenge rating per person above 4 in your party. So for example, if you have a party of 7 who are all level 4, you get 1 creature that's a challenge rating 4, and then you get 3 more creatures that are each 1/2 challenge rating. It may seem like a good idea to add creatures with a challenge rating above 1/2 as long as the math equals out. I would advise against this however, because at higher levels it can easily make the combat harder than you expect and you could end up killing a few players. I hope this helps DMs understand how to run medium-sized groups. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you.